Damn, well, first we had everyone ripping on you for YouTube Rewind, now we have everyone ripping on you for being the genie in the upcoming Aladdin movie. I guess your PR people are putting in extra hours this holiday season.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Disney is on somewhat of a rampage of live-action remakes lately, taking the beloved animated classics from our childhood and reimagining them with real actors and an onslaught of CGI. There's been a few over the past 2 decades, such as 101 Dalmatians and Alice in Wonderland, but one could argue that what really got the ball rolling were the more recent Cinderella, The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King remakes.
This Game of Thrones takes place in Africa. The kingdom gathers for a sacred event on a cliff. The village elder with the stick leads the event by passing on the sacred juice to the king to be, and everyone cheers.
After the success of the first Lion King remake, they're doing another Lion King remake with CGI animals in Africa instead of people in Wakanda, so we'll see how that goes. But you can bet your ass that there'll be remakes of pretty much everything Disney animation coming up, because although they'll almost assuredly never live up to their animated original counterparts, they rake in the big box office numbers with the kids because kids are dumb and don't know any better. Just kidding. But am I actually kidding? Anyways, one of the announced upcoming live-action remakes is Disney's Aladdin, of course, a whole new world with Arabian Nights flying through the desert on magic carpets and shit. Which unfortunately, since 11 years ago roughly, whenever the subject of Aladdin comes up, so does the thought of this.
Where to go? Say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
Insanely talented, but jarring as fuck. Funnily enough, he sang Jasmine's parts better than he did Aladdin's, but I digress. This remake is helmed by Guy Ritchie of Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels or Snatch fame, because, you know, when I think of doing a Disney children's movie, the first choice that comes to mind is a guy responsible for stuff like this.
What we stopped here for? What's the matter with that space over there?
It's too tight.
Too tight? You can land a jumbo fucking jet in there.
Wait, leave him alone. He's a natural. Inch your Tyrone.
Of course I am.
A natural fucking idiot.
One of my favorite movies of all time, but my point still stands that there's a clear tonality difference there. Might as well have gotten Quentin Tarantino for fuck's sake. There's been some casting controversies behind this venture as well, such as when Guy Ritchie was looking to Venom himself, Tom Hardy to play Jafar. Cause just like how Guy Ritchie is the first thing that comes to mind when we think of Disney children's movies, Tom Hardy is the first thing that comes to mind when we think of Middle Eastern royal councilman named Jafar. What? Not to worry, that was ultimately nixed and the cast has been finalized with Marwan Kenzari as Jafar, Mena Massoud as Aladdin, Naomi Scott as Jasmine, and Will Smith as the Genie. Now Will's got some mighty big shoes to fill with this one, as Robin Williams' portrayal of the tongue-in-cheek blue wish granter makes for one of the most iconic Disney characters of all time. For a long time, none of us really knew what to expect from the Fresh Prince's take on the Genie, but that all changed recently when Entertainment Weekly put out this exclusive first look at Disney's live-action Aladdin. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just as glorious as you imagined it would be. Just look at how Aladdin gazes deep into your soul with a smile that just screams, "I just farted," and yes, I do in fact smell it. It goes hand in hand with Jasmine's "what the fuck is that smell" expression on her face. Now, I'm sure it's making you wet just looking at this, but let's see what the internet has to say about it. I have questions, like why does Will Smith look like Sinbad? Because Will Smith is Sinbad, dude. Open your eyes. Call. Have you ever seen them two together? They're never together because they're the same goddamn person. Moving on. The whole picture looks like a WB 90s TV show that would have come on after Cena and Hercules. It really does, oh my god. Will Smith's Genie in Aladdin got the Goro hairdo from Mortal Kombat. That might very well be the case. But who wore it best? What could Will Smith possibly have done to deserve this? Jada's gonna have to do a whole episode of Read Table Talk about this hairpiece. FYI, Red Table Talk is a daytime talk show starring Will's wife Jada and their daughter Willow, so that's what this joke is trying to get at. There's no such thing as Read Table Talk though. The table is red and they talk. So, Now this is a story all about how my lamp got stuck in a cave underground, and I'd like to take a minute, just listen to me. I'll tell you how I can turn you into a prince named Ali.
Ooh, you suck!
That does not roll off the tongue as well as I originally thought it would. God damn it. Another point of contention with the public is that Will is not blue in the photos like the animated genie is. We asked for one thing, a Smurf Smith. Annoyed face. But Will has already gone on record saying that he will in fact be blue in the movie as well as be enhanced with CGI effects, so obviously Boss Logic went ahead and took the time to show us what that would look like. A splash of blue. Jesus Christ. First off, what the fuck did they do to his ears? Second, why the hell does he look like he's having a major allergic reaction to something a la that scene in Hitch?
A lot of Benadryl. A lot of Benadryl.
What? Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
The costume design was not exempt from criticism either. Oh no, it wasn't. Aladdin's ready to go on a dating app and tell you he loves travel, the gym, and hanging out with his boys from UPenn. Ooh, what a bunch of stud muffins. Aladdin should not be dressed like Marty McFly. I still can't believe Disney made the actor playing Aladdin wear a shirt under his vest in a movie set in the middle of the fucking desert. Kinda like that moron who wears shades in the middle of the night, you know, fashion over functionality, baby. Aladdin in a shirt? How are my sons supposed to realize their gain now? By looking at Will's flaccid ding-dong looking hairdo, obviously. Maybe he'll stand up straight when he gets excited in the movie, like when granting the wishes and shit. Was that too much? Are you gonna envision that now when you watch the movie? Looking at his hair? Aw, I'm sorry. But am I actually? The costume department behind this film really hates every gay millennial who found their awakening through Aladdin's bare-chested vest aesthetic, huh? That's now 2 comments like that. Was this an actual thing? Was Aladdin's bare chest really responsible for pushing gays out of the closet? I mean, I'm not gonna judge or anything. I always found the Disney princesses to be attractive, so to each their own, I guess.
Hey, did you see The Little Mermaid on TV the other night? No? Ariel, man, she's so hot.
She's a mermaid, dude.
Yeah, Oz, but not when she's on land.
This looks like Aladdin, brought to you by Party City. Welcome to Long John Silver's. What is this prudish remake? Shirtless Aladdin and Bikini Jasmine now! Yeah, this is so prudish that somehow you'd think that Sony had a hand in this. But I agree completely with Ashley. Naomi Scott definitely has the body to pull off Bikini Jasmine, so make it happen. Bonus content, by the way, because this is 2018. You can't be saying stuff like that without somebody getting their panties in a bunch. Tokyo Taster responds with, "Your internalized misogyny is shocking." Nah, your externalized being a pussy is, but Ashley responds with, "Is it? Or are we slut-shaming Jasmine by covering her up?" And then Mrs. Silver follows up with, "They put Jasmine in a corset, a European device for the oppression of women. They need to stop trying to colonize the bodies of non-European women." And that's about as good as a mic drop moment as I've ever seen, so touche, Mrs. Silver, touche. Ruin one of your favorite Disney movies in one picture. God damn, that's about as savage as it gets, because that is not just making fun of it anymore. That is like the conveyance of pure and utter disgust and disappointment. Genie, my first wish, I wish that I'd never seen this. Will Smith's Genie looks a lot like a used car salesman from Wakanda. That does fit in with Disney's crossover agenda with the Lion King Wakanda that we talked about earlier. It'll be just like how they used to do with the Disney animated Easter eggs. I'm glad to know that in both my childhood and adult life, I'll see a movie in theaters where a rapper plays a genie. To call Shaquille O'Neal a rapper is kind of a stretch, but I'll give it to you. Yes, people, Kazam starred Shaquille O'Neal, not Sinbad, because otherwise Will would be playing the genie twice. This joke was to see how much you guys are paying attention. Not paying any attention at all? Good, moving on. I love Aladdin, but this just seems like a parody. Last but not least, they chose to make Jafar actually attractive in this remake instead of the ghastly skeleton man we all know him as in the animated movie. Hot Jafar could show me a quarter of a nipple and I'd kick Aladdin off that magic carpet so hard by the time he hit the ground I'd be in another time zone. God damn. So there you have it. As you can see, the internet is full of savages. So much so, in fact, that you'd think this was a Pocahontas remake instead of Aladdin. That one might have been a reach, but fuck it, it was funny to me, aight? We'll just have to wait and see whether or not this will be any good, but like I mentioned earlier, it has nearly zero chance of contending with its animated counterpart. But just like with anything else lame, nerdy, geeky, cheesy, whatever the fuck else you want to call these kind of things, I'm probably going to watch it at some point. It's a whole new world of live action instead of animated after all. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and share this video with whoever you want to share it with. If you're new around here, subscribe with notifications to be notified about all upcoming videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.